Today I want to talk about opening the heart chakra. What are some signs that your heart chakra is opening? The heart chakra, your heart center, is one of the most powerful energetic centers in your body because the electromagnetic field of your heart, the energy field of your heart that it emits is 60 times more powerful than that of your mind. So it's a very powerful center that once activated, you feel an increased quality of life. You feel more connected with life. You feel more motivated to embrace life in general. And you just feel more open and expansive. You know, I can tell the difference between when my heart is closed and when it's open. Even when I go to like the grocery store, for example, I'll be walking around and I can feel kind of more closed off to people. I can feel like hiding away more and isolating when my heart is closed. And when my heart is open, I feel much more connected. I feel like saying hi to strangers. I feel like my energy is expanding beyond my body and it is affecting the environment around me. That's how it feels when your heart is open. You feel just very connected to everything around you. Because when you're moving from an open heart, when you're moving from a closed heart to an open heart, you're moving from a place of feeling separate to feeling connected. You're moving from disharmony to harmony. Okay, and some signs that your heart chakra is open is you feel very connected to your emotions. You feel very sensitive to emotions. You feel sensitive to others' emotions as well because you have that compassion and that empathetic nature. Having an open heart allows you to feel much deeper. You feel love deeper. You feel sadness deeper. You feel all the emotions of the spectrum on a deeper level than before when your heart is closed, because something that causes our heart to close is actually suppressing our emotions. So just getting more in tune with your emotions will allow you to open your heart more and will allow you to release those suppressed emotions. Okay, something that helps me get in tune with my heart is just simply sitting with myself and bringing awareness to that area in my chest. And you may start to feel sensations, you might start to feel energy circulating. And that's another sign that your heart is opening, is you start to feel energy circulating through that energy center. You start to feel bliss and love just expanding and bursting in your heart. And that's one of the most powerful feelings. You can feel that divine love entering your heart. And how your energy circulates through your body, it circulates through your lower centers, up through your heart, up through your pineal gland and your crown, connecting to spirit, coming back and into the heart. This is how it circulates through the body like a vortex. Toroidal field, your torus field, circulating and expanding your energy. And another sign that your heart is opening is you feel more open to love. You feel more open to relationships. You feel more open to connecting with other people. All right, because when your heart is closed, you just want to isolate. And that's something that I've struggled with throughout my whole journey, you know, isolating from everything, isolating from other people, just wanting to be alone. And when your heart is closed, you feel alone. You feel like you can't connect with other people. But really, it starts with yourself. It starts with connecting with thyself. Connecting with your own heart will allow you to open up and connect with others. Having an open heart allows you to care for the beings around you. It allows you to know that the beings around you, the animals, the trees, that everything is alive and everything holds a soul. And these souls are not separate. These are reflections of our own soul. That we are all connected to the one source of consciousness. And when you have an open heart chakra, you can feel this infinite connection with those around you, even though sometimes it closes off and we have to go within to release what is making us feel separate. You know, this is like an ebb and flow. You know, once your heart opens, it's not like it's open forever. There are layers to work through within our own heart. There are layers to work through within our own self so that we can stay in that open, expansive place as much as possible in life, so that we don't retreat forever and that we can connect with others so that we can have healthy relationships, so that we can be in harmony with life itself. And another thing is that when your heart is open, you feel more connected to the present, because the heart is the present. It is in the middle of our energy. It is the bridge between spirit and earth. So connecting with our heart brings us back to the present, where all possibilities are infinite. And there are also levels to how much our heart opens. There are times where my heart opens so much, where so much divine bliss and energy enters my heart that it almost feels too much for my body to even handle. There are moments where your heart can open so much that you cry tears of divine love, where you feel so loved and blessed to be able to feel and experience such an energy. And those are very powerful heart expansions that don't happen all the time, but we can have these moments of experiencing the divine through our heart. But this is a feeling of such immense connection that you feel God within. And it's such an amazing feeling. And through this awakening process, going through these ups and downs, we can feel like we're going from separateness to connection, from ego to soul, shedding the layers of ego that block us from our heart, shedding the layers of pain that we experience throughout our life that we may be holding on to that blocks us from our heart center. And something that you can do to work on opening your heart center is just working on accepting the present, working on accepting those in your present reality. Because love is acceptance. Love, unconditional love, is pure acceptance. That doesn't mean you have to stay around people that may not be in your best interest or may not be treating you the way that you feel you are meant to be treated. But that just means accepting where people are at in life. Not trying to change people, not trying to manipulate others, but just accepting other people's belief systems, accepting other people's perception, and seeing others for not just their personality and their identity, but for their soul. Because we're all souls here on this earth, inhabiting these temporary meat vessels, bodies. I mean, these are amazing mechanisms that we have to experience this life. And remember, through this opening process of your heart, you are going to experience some uncomfortable emotions. You are going to have to release and feel these emotions fully to be able to release them. So just like when you're working on accepting things in your reality, accepting things within yourself is one of the most powerful things you can do to open your heart. Accepting your emotions, accepting the parts of yourself that you feel are hard to love, that you feel are hard to express to others. Those parts of yourself that feel afraid to be seen, that feel afraid of judgment and ridicule and afraid of rejection. Accepting those parts of ourself. And this is a process. This isn't something that I can just tell you and boom, you've accepted. This is a process of shedding those layers, learning to accept, learning to process those emotions. Another thing about opening your heart is your manifestations become even more powerful when you use your mind paired with your heart. This amplifies those manifestations with an expansive energy that with your mind alone is not as powerful. Because like I said about the electromagnetic field of your heart, it expands beyond your body and is very powerful in affecting your physical environment, your reality. So just, I mean, you can feel it when your heart opens. You can feel how much more powerful and connected you feel with the universe. It is the center of abundance. Okay, we can have all the money in the world. We can have all the physical material items, nice cars. We can have a nice house. But without an open heart, how much abundance do we really have? The heart is the center of abundance. When you open your heart, you can feel that infinite connection, that wholeness within yourself. You don't feel as much lack as you did before. There's no grasping out for love because you have it within yourself. And there are times still on my journey where I feel and notice myself grasping out for love or acceptance. And that's when I have to remind myself to come back to myself, come back to my heart, release any of the emotions that are making me feel blocked, that are making me feel like grasping on. In our relationships and our life that we come across, these are all reflections of ourselves that we can learn from, that we can learn to open our heart to more, to learn to navigate our experience on a deeper level. Every relationship we have, we can learn from. And when your heart is totally closed, you can feel very lonely. It can feel very much like you're alone in the world, like you're alone in your emotions. And this is how I felt most of my life. I felt very alone because of how I grew up, because of not really having a close-knit family dynamic connection or having that nurturing motherly energy. You know, having that community around us helps us build an open heart, okay? So finding a community, reaching out to others, connecting with friends, finding new soul connections, this is a part of opening our heart as well, because you are opening yourself to vulnerability. You're opening yourself up to new connections, new emotions, new experiences. And that's what the heart is all about. The heart wants you to expand. The heart wants you to embrace new experiences. And that's what we're here to do on earth. There's a reason why we're all individuals, because we're meant to experience the divine through individuality. And that's what makes our ego scared of opening our heart, is because it opens us up to those possibilities of rejection. But it also, on the other side of that, opens us up to new connections and new experiences of love and unity with others. And the deeper we connect with ourselves, the deeper we can go into our relationships. The more we understand our own mind, our own emotions, we can open up and understand others, or seek to understand others, where they are at in life, and what we have to learn from them, and what we can experience with them. And that's a very beautiful thing. Listening to others, listening to the stories of others. It's a beautiful thing that we can experience here. And another sign that your heart is open is you feel more connected to nature. You feel more connected to the trees, to the birds, to the animals, to the elements, to the wind. And it's a very connecting feeling. So just getting out in nature, again, I talk about this all the time. Being barefoot out in nature, listening to the trees, listening to the birds, this is a way that you can open your heart as well. Because something about Mother Nature, Mother Gaia, is she emanates unconditional love. When you sit out in nature, she is purely accepting, purely loving, purely supporting of your physical body, your form. And that's a way you can get connected to your emotions as well. Connecting to the consciousness of earth, the abundance of earth that's always supporting us. And just expressing gratitude for that. Something I like to do is just take a deep breath and thank earth. Think all the elements, the element of earth, the element of water, the element of air, the element of fire, the element of ether and spirit, that's allowing us to be in this physical dimension, in the forms that we're in this experience, this unique experience that we will never be able to experience again. So you're here for a reason. Remember that. You are significant. You are whole as you are right now. And your worth is your birthright. The moment you were born and incarnated into this form, you have a worth. You have a form. You have something to express your soul with.